On February 6th, the LFA middleweight world title was on the line, when the undefeated champion, David Verdiev, defends his title against the dangerous Joe Scott.
Middleweight division just got a little bit more exciting.
Will the champion continue his reign, or will the challenger begin his? Before the main event, two rising prospects in the women's strawweight division will fight to see who can get one step closer.
We're gonna work this arm lock right here.
What's up, LFA Nation? Welcome to Legacy Fighting Alliance number 226 from Clarksville, Tennessee, just outside of Music City. Ron Krug joined by the former Strikeforce and WEC lightweight champ Gilbert Melendez. My man, we are going to bring you 3 stream fights tonight on the LFA Fight Network on YouTube and our new streaming partner, Spectation Sports. Check them out at spectationsports.com. My man, so excited to start off the year with you again and calling fights around the country.
Well, it's 2026, and this is my 4th year with the LFA, and the years just keep getting better. The fighters get better. We get to see the next generation elevate, move on to the UFC. It's 2026. We got a new batch of tough up-and-comers, and we have some great champions fighting tonight.
Absolutely. I'm glad you could be a part of the action. This is a stacked card. Of course, the main event on Vice TV, David Verdiev and Joe Scott for the middleweight title. But here are tonight's featured preliminary bouts, and we begin with a heavyweight showdown. Nathan George and Blake Mitchell make their professional MMA debuts. Then Alexander Schenk and Carter Beekman battle in a key featherweight division matchup. And finally, 2 top lightweights square off with Tennessee bragging rights on the line when John Waid tangles with undefeated Lane Rowe. Let's check out the numbers. And the tail of the tape presented by Brunt Workwear, proud sponsor to the LFA's Boot and Hard Work Moment of the Night. Nathan George is 30 years old and Blake Mitchell 2 years younger. Both athletes stand 6'1" and have 78-inch reaches, and it was George who weighed in 4 pounds heavier. Now, to kick off LFA 226, here's the voice of the LFA Octagon, Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live around the world tonight for continuing preliminary action here at LFA 226, Alec Verdiev versus Scott. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are set to go for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA heavyweight division. Brought to you tonight by Brunt, the hardest working brand in workwear. Check us out online at bruntworkwear.com. And now, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This brawler stands 6'1", weighing in 261 pounds tonight. He's making his professional debut. Representing Nashville MMA and fighting out of Nashville, Tennessee, Blake Cowboy Mitchell. His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is an Army Combatives fighter standing 6'1", weighing in 265.4 pounds. He is also making his professional debut here tonight. Representing Screaming Eagles Combatives and Wild Side Combat Sports, fighting out of Clarksville, Tennessee by way of Zonia, Guam, Nathan the Island Boy George. Your referee, Luke Wilson.
You've been given your instructions. Keep it clean. Protect yourself at all times. If you want to touch gloves, do so now. Return to your corners.
Blake Mitchell making his pro debut with the blue tape. And On the opposite side of the octagon, also making his pro debut, is Nathan George. We are underway. A great crowd here in Clarksville, Tennessee. LFA 226.
George already using the takedown blitz. Big overhand right to the body lock.
Mitchell coming off a TKO loss as an amateur, and on the other side, George, TKO win. There's back in October of 2024, so returning to action tonight after a bit of a layoff.
Two big heavyweights. George barely able to lock his hands against Mitchell here, and two giant men. One trying to get a takedown and one trying to break away.
Blake Mitchell, the former NCAA and Arena football offensive lineman, played college football at the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga, then to Mississippi State, and then right here locally at Austin Peay State, home of the Governors, of course. He helped the Billings Outlaws win the Arena Bowl 33 back in 2024. Very athletic man. And now it's Nathan George letting his fists and feet fly.
George looked like he was committed to the takedown, and all of a sudden just switched gears and said, I'm going to break away and let my hands go. Really pushing the pace. Mitchell holding his ground. Twists George around.
Mitchell on the back of George. The cage walls will be tested in this one, Gil. Two big heavyweights.
George with the surprising fast pace for a heavyweight, really trying to get the job done with the takedown and the big explosive jumping knees. Mitchell trying to weather the storm now. Had some moments of his own. It caught in a Kimura at the moment, trying to neutralize it. And he's out.
Nice escape.
Oh, big knee to the body.
Gone down.
Holy smokes.
Blake Mitchell teeing off, looking to end this fight, and he has done so. A successful pro debut for Blake Mitchell finishes Nathan George here in the very first round.
Mitchell just weathered the storm, landed some good shots, and it was his turn. It was his turn to drop some knees, and landed a beautiful knee right to the solar plex, right to the middle of the stomach of George, and down goes George, turns around, takes the knee, and that's a wrap.
And Gil, he is still down. That was a crushing knee. I mean, I can't remember the last time I saw two big heavyweights throwing so many knees. They went back and forth. But that man, 28-year-old Blake Mitchell from Nashville, Tennessee, a successful pro debut.
Yeah, you know, Mitchell got knocked out actually in his amateur fight. You get to start fresh as a pro, 0-0, gets a big win against George and just really weathered that storm, defended that takedown, landed some really good shots of his own. Here's George just unloading, try the flying knee, just really trying to blitz Mitchell here. Mitchell just kind of weathering the storm, trying to slow down the pace, saying, hey man, this is too fast of a heavyweight pace here. Stayed calm, composed, actually took some big shots, had his opportunity, created some space, boom, right knee to the solar plex of George. He just turns around and goes to his knees and protects himself. Here it is again, bam! Yikes, ouch. Down goes George,
Rushing.
Turns around, right to the vice sign. Ground and pound by Mitchell. Good start to some pre-prelims.
Absolutely. Great way to get the LFA 226 prelims underway. Let's now get the official time. We go inside to Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee Luke Wilson calls a stop to this fight. 2 minutes, 15 seconds in the first round, declaring your winner by TKO, Blake Cowboy Mitchell.
Successful pro and LFA debut for Blake Mitchell, the former NCAA and Arena League offensive lineman. Gets his first victory as a pro. He had 2 first-round finishes as an amateur as well. He continues that trend as a professional. big win for him, Gil. Very athletic heavyweight for sure.
Yeah, man, he's doing a great job. Mitchell did a great job right here in front of his home crowd. Had a tough task at hand. You know, both guys really represented. Mitchell on top, though. Beautiful knee. Really good work from the heavyweights to start things off.
We have much more LFA 226 on the LFA Fight Network on YouTube and Spectation Sports, the new home moving forward here in the United States of LFA preliminary action. Visit spectationsports.com. The main card tonight airing live on Vice TV, and another belt is on the line. And tomorrow's MMA stars look to shine in Music City.
Some fighters chase moments. Others are chosen for them. Tonight, in Clarksville, Tennessee, the lights are brighter and the margin for error is gone. David Alarkarth-Diev didn't win the LFA middleweight championship on the scorecards. He took it with a knockout. A moment so decisive, it left no doubt who belonged at the top. But moments don't care about history. They only ask one question. Are you ready now? Across the octagon stands Joe Cropshot, California bred, battle-tested, a fighter who believes this is his moment to be chosen. Different roads, same destination, one title. The LFA Middleweight Championship is on the line. LFA 226, live on Vice TV.
Event of the year and the third time that LFA Gold will be on the line in the main event. The champion from Ukraine, David Alarkarth-Diev, Gil, defending his title for the first time against a guy you know very well, Northern California's Joe Cropscott, going for his first ever world championship.
Super excited about this matchup, man, but did you just see those graphics right now we had on the screen? Those looked amazing. Alarkarth-Diev is a monster. 5 submissions, but followed by 2 big knockouts, 7-0, 100% finishing rate against Cropscott, 7-3, 100% finishing rate. I think we're gonna have a finish tonight. Both guys great strikers, but even better grapplers. I can't wait to see these two guys tangle tonight. Some good scrambles, some good striking. I think we're in for a treat. I'm not surprised.
Not at all. Definitely worth the price of admission here at the F&M Bank Arena in Clarksville, Tennessee, and live on Vice TV. The only way to make LFA 226 any more exciting is to get in on the action at Dime Bit Casino and Sportsbook. Scan the QR code on your screen. Dime Bit is the official sportsbook of the LFA. We check out some big time odds. First of all, in the main event, Gil, Joe Cropscott, a very live +250, and the champion comes in at -370. Another fight to keep an eye on. This one is going to be a lot of fun when the women enter into the octagon. Mackenzie Stiller, a big -588 favorite, and the comeback on Kendra McIntyre, the 2024 winner of the Fans' Choice Award for Knockout of the Year. And then just a couple of major favorites in both Bryce Warner and Trayvon Eller, coming in at -10,000. That is crazy.
Man, when I take a look at this, you're looking at odds of winners and who's the favorite in here. But what I'm thinking, man, there's some fights that are going to some finishes tonight. We got 100% finishing rate up top. You got Stiller versus McIntyre. One's a striker, one's a grappler. Someone's getting a knockout, someone's getting a sub. I'm not giving any advice here, but I'm just seeing what I see.
Never. Entertainment purposes only, folks. Great card here for LFA 226 as we return to Clarksville, Tennessee, and a great crowd already here for the early prelims on Spectation Sports. Spectation Sports, check them out at spectationsports.com. Sign up for a year right now. Spectation Sports is the new home for the LFA preliminary fights here in the United States. You'll get exclusive video content, featured stories, live betting, unlimited access to Spectation Sports Fight Library. Well, the action rolls on. We will now see the featherweights enter into the octagon. Matchup between Alexander Schenk and Carter Beekman. Tail of the tape, powered by DimeBit, the official betting partner of the LFA. Pretty boy Schenk is 25 years old and Beekman 3 years older. Beekman is an inch taller and Schenk slightly longer in the reach. Unfortunately, Schenk missed weight and will sacrifice a portion of his paycheck to Beekman. Let's get the action rolling. Back inside to Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA Featherweight division, brought to you tonight by DimeBit.com, the official online sportsbook and casino of the LFA. DimeBit, where anything is possible. And now, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5'8", weighed in 145 pounds. He holds a 4-1 professional record with 2 wins coming by way of knockout and 1 by way of submission. Representing Scrapyard MMA, fighting out of Chickamauga, Georgia by way of Eastridge, Tennessee, Carter Beekman. His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a karate-style fighter, standing 5'7", weighed in 147.6 pounds. He holds a 6-5 professional record with 2 wins coming by way of knockout. Representing Harris Holt MMA and Slow Roll BJJ, fighting out of Clarksville, Tennessee, Alexander Pretty Boy Schenk. Your referee, Travis Lawrence.
All right, gentlemen, we went over the instructions in the back. Obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves now if you want to. Come out and be ready to fight.
After a busy 2025 in which he fought 4 times between MMA and dirty boxing, Clarksville's own Alexander Schenk, he looks to notch his first win in front of the hometown fans. And Carter Beekman with the blue tape coming off his first submission win in his LFA debut in October. He's going for his 4th consecutive win. Both these men coming out a furious pace to set this off, and Alexander Schenk gets the low kick and puts Beekman on his butt. And now back and forth in the clinch. Carter Beekman, 2 wins via knockout, 1 submission, 1 decision. And Alexander Schenk, 2 knockouts and 4 decisions.
Beekman is pressing forward, throwing the big hands, looking to get the clinch and land some knees. Schenk obliging, holding his ground, trying to land a punch during the exchanges. But man, Beekman is just getting after it. Has to be careful with leaving his chin out there.
Yeah, furious pace to start the opening round. LFA Featherweight division.
Beekman fighting with confidence though. Might have took a body shot there, but just pressing forward on Schenk. Schenk staying composed.
Schenk loves to throw those kicks and teeps. You saw him go to the head already. Now attacking that lead leg.
Really like Beekman's MMA style. This is not normal for boxing to let your hands go that way because they can block a little easier. But in MMA, you can get close forehead to forehead and let those hands go. And it gets through these gloves, through these forearms, through these arms. It's a little bit easier to land that big punch, big barrage of punches.
And Schenk got the low blow on Carter Beekman. He will take as much time as he needs to regroup. Make sure you're following the LFA on all social media platforms at LFA Fighting. Alexander Schenk, pretty boy, says, I'm sorry about that low blow. Carter Beekman representing Scrapyard MMA, originally from Tennessee, now fighting out of Georgia.
I like that name, Scrapyard.
Scrapyard, yeah. Sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah. Beekman right back on the pressure, marching forward.
And again, Alexander Schenk letting his feet fly. Nice kicks. Oh, beautiful combination. Schenk gaining some confidence here, Gil.
Absolutely. Took that rest, came back, thought about it a little bit, said, you know what, I have to stop his forward pressure. double leg by Schenk. Beekman trying to sprawl and fight it off.
Beautiful takedown defense from Beekman. Skill set, able to sprawl, fend off that takedown as we hit the midway point of round number 1.
Both guys just settling, waiting for the guy to make a move. Beekman comes around.
Beautiful transition for Beekman. Purple belt in BJJ. 1 submission win via guillotine.
Beekman looking to slip his right leg in. Schenk trying to stand up, but doesn't want to give up bad position. Explodes up at the right time.
Big move from the 2-degree black belt in karate and black belt in taekwondo, Alexander Schenk.
Oh, big right hand lands over the top. Beekman eats it.
And fires back, pushing Schenk up against the cage wall. He circles out now. Both men landing some big shots here in the opening round.
Another body shot, did some damage right there. Will kick to follow up. Oh, big punch.
Beautiful combination from Schenk. And then he goes back to his bread and butter, his kicks. Black belt in karate and a taekwondo. What an entertaining opening round.
Beekman still continue to press forward, but I definitely believe Schenk has got the respect. Beekman has respect Schenk now at this time.
Absolutely.
Oh, again to the body.
Oh, big shot. Alexander Schenk teeing off. Carter Beekman in a lot of trouble. And now Schenk looks for the takedown despite having all that success on the feet.
I think it was a great idea. I think Schenk thought he'd go down a little bit easier. Beekman doing a great job of sprawling.
I'm not going to question the champion sitting next to me, but when you are a 2-degree black belt in karate and taekwondo and you're landing those shots, I don't know.
Yeah, he could have kept it going. It just seemed like the right decision, but now he's in a Kimura.
Oh my,
oh
look at this!
Gosh.
Carter Beekman with time running out! Can he pull off the submission? Got the Kimura! Schenk somehow hanging on and is saved by the horn!
Wow.
What do I know? Why wouldn't you go down to the ground?
That was maybe not the right decision after all. I just thought it was a smart decision. Had him hurt, his hands were up. It looked like an easy takedown was there, but credit to Beekman, strong hips. Took it to his world, wrestled, ended up with the Kimura, nearly ripped his arm off. I wonder how Schenk's shoulder is feeling at the moment. Big overhand right lands, followed with the left.
And
Great
you can
action
see
this first
he's
round.
wobbly, no doubt about it. There's that big overhand right.
Big left hook, right hand. Beekman has to respect that one.
Textbook, yeah.
Another teep to the body. I really think those body shots by Schenk really helped out. Keep attacking the body, especially with someone like Beekman. He's such a pressure fighter, such a terminator, has the whiskers up top. But man, that body work is really paying off.
Without a doubt, great crowd here at the FNM Bank Arena in Clarksville, Tennessee. You're watching the LFA 226 preliminary bouts. The LFA Fight Network on YouTube and Spectation Sports. And right away, Alexander Schenk. He comes out with a combination, beautiful hook. And Beekman punches his way in, but it's Schenk on the back of Beekman now.
These guys are getting after it tonight.
Without a doubt. High level in the LFA Featherweight division. Schenk looking for his first win in the LFA Octagon, and Beekman looking to go to 2-0 in the promotion. Couple knees from Schenk. Reset, center of the octagon, and Beekman pushes Schenk back. Right in front of us, Gil.
What a tank is Beekman, just pressing forward, super durable.
Oh, nice body shot from Schenk. And Beekman comes back. Combination upstairs and to the body. Wow. Crazy volume being thrown in this fight.
Just missed. Schenk trying to be more calculated here. He's landed some really good shots right on the money, but Beekman with the chin. Most success for Schenk is the body work. That's the best way to stop Beekman at this time.
Absolutely.
Once the body's hurt, then he goes back up top. That was the most success. Fantastic kicks by Schenk. I feel like kicks drain you quite a bit, though.
It's good defense right now by Carter Beekman, too. Attacks and able to block some of those kicks from the karate and taekwondo specialist, Schenk. 3 minutes to go, round 2.
What a great matchup. Two different styles, but putting on a great match. Level change by Schenk.
That was slick. Beautiful level change. Looking for the takedown, but we saw Carter Beekman showing some nice takedown defense earlier. Can he do it again?
Heavy hips is Beekman. Now he's attacking the neck.
Yes, has a victory via guillotine.
See if he goes back. Look, he's attacking the Kimura again. He had success with it. Looking to lock it up.
I love that.
Look at that. Right back
Schenk
to
trying
it.
to keep his hands locked as Beekman trying to pull, and he gets the arm out, Gil. Trying for another Kimura. And a lot of time to operate.
Did you notice how I didn't say it was a good idea for a takedown this second time around? Ron, you have a good point.
Every so often. 2 minutes to go, and that was a nice elbow to the side of the head from Beekman.
And Beekman just showing a very good takedown defense, but using submission as a form of takedown defense. Schenk here did show in the first round he was able to neutralize the back take and get back to his feet. He's calculated, he's patient, he's looking for the right time.
Beekman went 6-3 as an amateur. Despite that purple belt, BJJ had 5 knockouts. Comes in with a 4-1 record. He was the favorite, according to DimeBit, at -260.
And look at that.
And incredibly, just like that, Alexander Schenk on the back of Beekman. He has never scored a submission win. And now he has a lot of time to operate.
As a karate expert, he's showing he has evolved as a mixed martial artist. If you're fighting in the LFA, you do have a strength, but you are a complete mixed martial artist. Now Schenk has found his way to the back. This is a very tough round to score, still up for grabs. Rear naked choke attempt, maybe falling off the side. Now to a power half of Schenk. Beekman trying to peel the legs here. 40 seconds left. If Beekman could unravel these legs and let his hands go with 30 seconds left, this round is still up for grabs.
Schenk just hanging on. I think Beekman is okay with winding down the clock. Oh, and Schenk trying to lock in that RNC.
Hey, man, that got in there.
Look at this. Beekman trying to keep that chin down. That looks tight.
Oh,
he tapped.
Wow.
Walk-off submission. Alexander Schenk scores his first ever submission victory.
Like I said, Ron, Schenk should take him down, take his back.
100%, I heard it.
Oh, man, what a great fight, man. Holy smokes, the karate expert showed he can get it done in grappling.
And sticks the landing. I mean, this is the epitome of mixed martial arts in 2026. You better be well-rounded, and you better be set for everything. And there it was, the second-degree black belt in karate and black belt in taekwondo gets his first submission win.
Well, you know the story here at the end of the first round, we had Schenk, deep waters in a Kimura.
Yeah.
Weathers the storm. Now we're down to 10 seconds left. Now Beekman's in a choke. 10 he ends up tapping. He didn't know how much time was left on the clock, or he did know no matter what, he had a tap. Look at this transition, takes the back, looking for the power half. Schenk patient here. Takes a lot of energy to stay on the back. Takes a lot of energy to continue to work this choke. Schenk stayed with the game plan with 30 seconds left. Finds a way to come across with the left arm, gets his head looking to sideways, doesn't get it with the left, switches it with the right arm.
That was
sinks
amazing.
it in deep, 10 seconds left. I don't know if Beekman knew how close he was to the end of the round, but he definitely knew he couldn't breathe at this moment. Schenk with the RNC finish. Great fight.
Beautiful. Man, that was, I loved how he switched from left to right and he scores the submission. Beautiful, beautiful finish for Pretty Boy, the 25-year-old, getting the win in front of the Clarksville, Tennessee home crowd. Let's now get the official time. We go inside to Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Travis Lawrence, called a stop to this fight. 4 minutes, 50 seconds into the second round, declaring a winner by tap out due to rear naked choke, Alexander Pretty Boy Schenk.
Yes, he did. 25-year-old Alexander Schenk, his first submission win, and he acquires his first victory in the LFA as well. Hometown crowd was on his side, and beautiful performance, Gil.
Very great performance. Showed he's a well-rounded mixed martial artist and got it done on the ground with the submission grappling. Fantastic side kicks, great body work. You know, Beekman was a tough puzzle to figure out. A guy pressing forward, just throwing. You hit him with all you got, and he's still there, but stayed committed, kept chopping down the tree, found his openings, committed to the takedown. Even though I questioned his grappling, he found a way to get that choke. Man, great job, Schenk. Great job, Beekman. Takes two to tango.
Absolutely. A very entertaining fight. But Schenk, a mixed martial artist. He's done dirty boxing. He's a pro boxer, and he's a bare knuckle fighter, too, to go along with the black belt in karate and taekwondo. But then he gets his first submission win. How you like him now? Well, coming up tonight, live on Vice TV, the U.S. home of the LFA, the 185-pound division gets the spotlight when the 2025 Fans' Choice Award nominee for Rookie of the Year, champion David Alekferdiev, defends his middleweight strap when he locks horns with the challenger from Northern California, Joe Kropscott.
The middleweight championship hangs in the balance as two of the sport's fastest rising prospects collide in Clarksville, Tennessee. Champion David Alekferdiev returns to defend his crown after a statement-making finish last August. A world-tested fighter who escaped war-torn Ukraine, Alekferdiev carries more than just a bout into the cage. He carries purpose, with global experience and a relentless finishing instinct. The champion is hunting history as he looks to become a two-time LFA title holder. But standing across from him is the dangerous challenger, Joe Kropscott. The pride of Northern California found MMA and turned struggle into discipline. A decorated Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu specialist with a killer instinct on the mat, Kropscott has been on a roll and is ready to take over the division. Both men have a 100% finishing rate. No excuses, no judges. Pure chaos in the LFA octagon. Let's get ready for this LFA middleweight championship.
Ready, champ. A nice breakdown. That is your main event coming up live on Vice TV. And what a matchup this is. Our third event and our third World Championship title fight of the year. This time in the middleweight division. David Alekferdiev, I mean, he made a pretty impressive LFA debut, capturing the title, Gil, in just 63 seconds, and that was in his promotional debut. Came in with a 6-0 record, and then he scored the win for the belt, taking out John Moore in impressive fashion. And again, not shot, he comes right in and takes control.
Yeah, Alekferdiev came in with 5 finishes via subs, 1 KO. known as a grappler, but just destroyed his opponent in his LFA debut. Beautiful blitzing forward, a la Fedor Emelianenko. He actually shifts his stance as he walks forward, allowing him to cover distance. That's gonna actually pay dividends against Joe Kropscott, a tall, long fighter. That's how you close the distance against him.
Well, he has won 3 straight, Joe Kropscott has, and he's going for his first ever MMA title tonight.
Kropscott with a high guard and a very long reach. Expect him to use those jabs and teeps to really neutralize his opponent. But where he really shines is in the grappling department. Top 15 in the world in jiu-jitsu at one point. Back here now in MMA, committed, more durable, well-rounded mixed martial artist, subbing tall boy Benson in his last LFA debut, earning him this title shot.
7-inch reach advantage, and what could be the fight of the year following 2 unbelievable submission wins, Mackenzie Stiller returns.
Mackenzie Stiller, judo black belt, has really been impressive in the mixed martial arts game, taking her opponents down to a head and arm barring them, and this beautiful bulldog choke. Haven't seen this in the LFA octagon in a long time, but man, put her opponent away. Look at her, she is ready to go and more confident than ever.
She is extremely confident. She will be facing the 2024 Fans' Choice Award winner for Knockout of the Year, Kendra McIntyre.
Kendra McIntyre has started off as a Muay Thai specialist, has become a well-rounded mixed martial artist. As you can see, she's a banger, pushing forward, had the Knockout of the Year in 2024. Both these ladies are nominees for Best of the Year with LFA. Both these ladies can get down, they're on the radar. The winner tonight will definitely be chasing that strawweight strap.
Could be a fight of the night. That's coming up on Vice TV at 9 Eastern, but we still have some business to do here in the LFA 226 preliminaries. Don't want to get political, but it's the latest version of a battle that has been going on since 1973, Roe v. Wade. John Waid is 28 and Lane Rowe at 22 is 6 years younger. Waid is an inch taller. Both athletes made the contracted weight, and Waid has a 2.5-inch reach advantage. Back inside to Mike Kendall.
Fight fans, this contest is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA lightweight division, brought to you tonight by Monster Energy. And now, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5'11", weight in 153.8 pounds. He holds a 2-0 professional record, with 1 win coming by way of knockout and 1 by way of submission. Representing Aero Martial Arts, fighting out of Jackson, Tennessee, Lane the Prodigy Rowe. His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a jiu-jitsu specialist, standing 6 foot tall, weight in 154.4 pounds. He holds a 2-2 professional record, with 2 wins coming by way of submission. Representing Memento Combat Sports, fighting out of Louisville, Tennessee, Wicked John Waid. Referee Eric McMahon.
All right, gentlemen, we went over all the rules in the back. I had no questions out of the blue corner, no questions out of the red corner. Fight hard, fight fair, listen to my instructions at all times. Touch them up now if you wish. Back to your corner.
After making his LFA debut at welterweight in October, grappling ace John Waid returns to his natural weight class tonight and taking on Lane Rowe, unbeaten in 9 straight fights going back to his amateur career. He is 2-0 as a pro. Ron Crook and Gilbert Melendez with you. This is LFA lightweight action.
Waid on the legs already. Man, these guys are getting after it. Rowe pushing forward. Waid pulling guard. Comfortable on his back. Look at this, trying to set up a triangle now. Puts Rowe in the closed guard. Rowe trying to neutralize. Drops an elbow in the process. Wade's looking to set up that arm.
Gotta be careful. Brown belt and BJJ. Also a gi and a no gi, a national champion.
I like how Waid understands that at the beginning of the fight, you're nice and dry. It's your time to go for the armbar. You're nice and sticky. If Rowe can neutralize, it's going to become more slippery and slippery as the fight goes on. Still has to be careful of this trick. Look at that armbar.
Beautiful.
Holy smokes.
Oh my goodness, just like that. John Waid scores a submission in the first round. His third career submission win, and that was one for the highlight reel. Looking for his first win in the LFA. He fought up at a higher weight class.
Yes.
He comes back down to lightweight. And what a transition to get that submission, Gil.
Yeah, man, stepping up for the LFA, fighting at 170s, you know, got his foot in the door, actually had a great performance up a weight class. Now at his natural weight class here, you know, just pressing forward, comfortable on his back, working this MMA type of jiu-jitsu guard, had the foot on the hip, gets that 90-degree angle, slaps on the armbar. There's nothing Rowe could do about it. He was caught, he was locked in. Look at this beautiful perpendicular position. Has the armbar, Rowe taps right away, wedged in, nice and dry. Man, beautiful, beautiful attack by Waid. Just really, really attacked Rowe, pulling guard, had a little bit of De La Riva, trying to reap the knee. Ended up going back to classic jiu-jitsu, close guard, set up the armbar. Man, that classic Gracie jiu-jitsu works in MMA.
And there's the sign of relief from John Waid, who came in at 2-2. Looking for his first win in the LFA Octagon. He lost a decision to Andrew Stewart that was back here in Tennessee at LFA 219 in October. But he came out a man on a mission and scored his third first-round finish. Let's get the official time. Here's Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Eric McMahon calls a stop to this fight. 1 minute, 2 seconds into the very first round, declaring a winner by tap out due to arm triangle. Wicked John Waid.
Another submission win, and another under 1 minute and 15 seconds. That's amazing. 3 submissions, Gil, under a minute 15. He had a minute armbar. This one tonight in a minute 13 leg lock.
Waid is dangerous. He's dangerous. And you know what, man? Look at that smile on his face. He's been working hard and getting that big LFA win. Huge moment for him.
Back at his natural weight class and back in the win column, John Waid, the wicked one from Louisville, Tennessee, scores a victory. Well, that's going to do it. Thank you for watching the LFA 226 preliminary bouts on the LFA Fight Network on YouTube. Our last time here on YouTube. Thank you all for the years of delivering some incredible bouts on YouTube. Moving forward, select preliminary bouts will stream live in the U.S. on Spectation Sports, the new home of the LFA preliminary action. Visit spectationsports.com. Follow the LFA on all social media platforms at LFA Fighting. And get to Vice TV for the main LFA 226 card coming up at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. For my broadcast partners, Gilbert Melendez and Mike Kendall, I'm Ron Kruk. Thank you and good night.
On February 6th, the LFA middleweight world title was on the line, when the undefeated champion, David Verdiev, defends his title against the dangerous Joe Scott.
Middleweight division just got a little bit more exciting.
Will the champion continue his reign, or will the challenger begin his? Before the main event, 2 rising prospects in the women's strawweight division will fight to see who can get one step closer.
We're gonna work this arm lock right here.